This is Regan Adams with All Things Regan. Thank you for joining me this morning on Regan Says So. Today is not a regular scheduled day for Regan Says. It's normally on Mondays, except for yesterday and last week, but I have been out of town, so a little bit off kilter, but I'm here nonetheless. So thank you for joining me this morning. The title of today's video is I Feel Like Somebody's Watching Me. And no, it's not the song, but I try to get a catchy title to kind of get your attention so you'll watch the video. So last week I said I wanted to do a video and I didn't get a chance to, but because I got like the same type of response from last week and yesterday, I decided to go ahead and do a video about it today. So last week I received an email, pretty lengthy email, from a person who watched my video. And the video wasn't like a recent one. It was maybe like a month or two, few weeks. It wasn't a recent video. But nonetheless, they watched the video and they were just saying that they had all these similarities. They could relate to the video. They appreciated me making the video. They blessed me. Like it was a really nice email. And when I get those emails and I get those IMs, sometimes I post them on my page, sometimes I don't. But it lets me know to keep going. Like I remember, which I still do have credit classes, and I have somebody coming in and talk about credit. One young lady reached out to me and said, she attended one of the events and she was just kind of keeping me up, just saying like, hey, I attended the event and I thank you for having, this is when Coretta was at one of them. So she said, I thank you for having Coretta. I was able to raise my credit score and, just gave me all these different scenarios of things that I've said that has helped her. And I get quite a bit of those. So that lets me know that I can keep going. Well, I got another one yesterday after my video, after I uploaded my video, maybe 30-45 minutes later. And the young lady was just telling me that what she wanted to do, and which I also posted that, but I leave her name out, which I typically do not tell people's names when I'm talking about them or whatever the circumstance is, just to keep their privacy. But she was basically just telling me what she wanted to do and that she was checking me out, but she also gave me feedback. So that's why I'm trying to look into the camera, because I also kind of critique myself after I do my videos, because I want to see what I need to work on. And the two main things that she named are the two main things that I know I need to work on, which is looking into the camera and also not smacking. But I'm very animated when I talk, and I always look around when I talk, and I'm always using my hands. And then the smacking, I don't know, it's just what it is. And I have a lisp and all this other stuff going on. But I know I needed to work on that. But I also posted the feedback because I always want to make sure that I can be corrected. If you can't be corrected in anything, you're not going to, I'm not going to say you won't win, but somebody is going to always need to be able to give you advice to make you better. And so I always want to be better. I always want to be relatable. So I definitely am trying today to look at the camera and not smack. But if you see me kind of look off, just know that I'm trying. If you see me smacking or you hear me smacking, just know I'm trying. So anyway, but I said all that to say that you may be feeling like you want to do something. And it could be business. It could be anything that's new or out of the norm of something that you normally don't do. But fear is in the way. And I'm speaking of fear. This is kind of tied into something that my pastor was talking about. I think he did a video today or yesterday that I posted about fear. And really that's false evidence appearing real. We're fearful of something that hasn't even happened yet. Sometimes we can be fearful of, I don't want to bake cookies because everybody out here is baking cookies. I don't want to make t-shirts because everybody's making t-shirts. We make up all these reasons. Nobody's going to buy anything from me. It's so saturated. They're not supportive. Nobody loves me. We have all these excuses of why we don't do what we do. But really, you're the only reason that's holding you back. You are why you're holding yourself back. Sure, I can say everybody's written a book. Sure, I can say everybody has a candle line. Sure, I can say everybody has a t-shirt line. Everybody does events. When you go to the store, I remember telling somebody that I coach, when you go to the store, how many different, if you're going to get bread, there's like an aisle or two of bread, or like a long row of bread. There's not just one type of bread. There's not just one type of tennis shoe. There's not just one grocery store. There's a lot of different competition. But the thing about it is there's room enough out here for everybody. If God gave you a vision to do something, you need to do it. And I'm telling you, you're not going to be happy until you walk in what he's called you to do. I was about to say my sermon, not a sermon. But my message is always going to be, it's time for you to walk in what you're going to do, that God has called you to do, but also get rid of the fear and just do it. You know, I always thought, well, I'm going to need a whole lot of money to be able to do the things that I do, but that was a lie. I was able to use the resources that I already had inside of me to move forward. But also just to kind of tie in this video about somebody watching, I feel like somebody's watching me. They are. There's somebody out there that you may not even know that you're impacting. Or maybe you do know them, but they never said, you know, hey, you've impacted me in this kind of way. When I was doing these videos, I feel like God told me to do them a long time ago. I didn't want to do them. I have a list. I have which I always thought it was a birthmark on my tongue, but I recently just found out from my doctor that because I've had it so long, he said Pepto-Bismol, when you give them to babies at a certain time, their body rejects it. So it could be that, or it could be, what's it called? Not penicillin. Lord, no. Oh my gosh. When you get sick, and you antibiotics can cause it in some people's bodies, because I know a few people have it too, and I always wonder, like, why do they have that black thing on their tongue? So I have that too. And sometimes I try to cover it up. So with me talking, I've developed like this lisp, and it's crazy. So I always say, you know, I don't want to talk. I don't want people to look in my mouth. I don't like the sound of my voice. So I don't want to do a live. I don't want people looking at me. I've always been the one, which I have I'm an extrovert, introvert, which I've talked about that before. So once you know me, like, I'm like, hey, but if you don't really know me, I'm like, I'm kind of in the back of the room, and I don't have to be seen. I can be in the back and be cool. But I didn't want to be on camera. And I was like, Lord, I don't want to, but it's not about you. Like I always say this, your life is not about you. Your life is for somebody else. Somebody's waiting on you to do what you do. Like whatever God put in you, somebody's waiting for you to do that. And every time that I want to quit, every time that I want to stop, every time that I get distracted, because I have been very distracted the past 2 months, like the enemy, when I say, I can do a whole nother video on that, just where he sent distractions to keep me off course from doing my work. And not even just my work at work, but my entrepreneur work. And I know it's an attack from the enemy, and he's given me dreams. You know, the Lord has given me dreams, like specific dreams of what he sent. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's just a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm on assignment. I'm on assignment to help these women live better lives from the inside out. I'm on assignment to make sure that I live a better life from the inside out. You know, I was thinking, like, even with this coaching program or anything that I'm doing, Regan, what qualifies you? Really nothing. Really nothing. My life qualifies me. I'm just going to be honest. I have a heart to help people. That's just the bottom line. Any information that I find out, I want to share it. Example, I had so many testimonies. Like, my inbox looks crazy. Let's just put it there. When I think nobody's watching, which I know, even if you don't comment, I have 100 and some odd different people views for my video. So I know somebody's watching, whether they comment or not, and they're taking in information. And so even if they don't physically say anything on Facebook and, you know, in plain sight, in my inboxes, it looks crazy. Regan, thank you for telling me this. Example, going back to what I was saying. I had problems when I was younger, like with my hormones and smell. I can't stand stinking breath. Like if you know me personally, you know, like if you in my face and I feel like my breath is stinking, I'm going to be like 50 feet, back up, move. Whether it could be or not, I don't want you smelling anything on me. And I had a hormone problem back in the day, which I thought was such. So that's why I'm so, you know, excited about finally finding something that works for me and finding something that works for my vaginal health, because it was a problem and I did everything. I mean, listen, you can inbox me if you have questions, because everybody else does, but it was a problem. And a lot of women don't want to talk about certain things. And me, I don't mind. Like my mom was like, oh my gosh, and my friend, you are so transparent. I have to be. Because if I'm not, nobody's going to talk about it. And if I don't talk about it, who's going to talk about it? You know, there's my inbox, like I said, looks crazy with women who have the same problem I had. I was a sweater. Like it was a mess. Listen, I mean, I'm just telling the truth. It was a mess. And when I finally got to the root of the problem and figured out what was going on and found something that worked for me, I'm going to tell the world, because I'm not the only one that has the problem. So I'm here to help be a problem solver to the person who has the problem. So I don't mind saying, hey, you need to go get that probiotic. It's natural. There's no GMOs in it. And it works to help with your gut health and your vaginal health and get rid of the bad bacteria. So you can get rid of the smell. You have to work from the inside out. But also I got some stuff from the outside in too, because we're going to do both of those. Like, I'm not even playing around. I love to smell good. I love perfume. I love smell stuff. I like candles. Y'all know I don't play around with smells. I don't. It's gross. I got a whole story of why I don't. It's gross, but I got a story for it. I got a story for everything. But my reason is to help. Am I qualified? No, but God qualified me. Like, my word to me is so important. Like, I really don't want to tell anybody anything that I don't know about. So once I find out, I'm going to tell you. And some people are like, oh my gosh, she just be up here talking crazy. She don't know. She don't know. But listen, I've helped people. Listen, it brings me great joy to see somebody got a breakthrough on their stuff being right. It does. It really does. It makes me happy to say, hey, excuse me, their credit was good. Or, Regan, you helped me win X, Y, and Z. And I'm telling you, it's all credit to God. I cannot take, listen, you ask my mama. Ask Dorothy Cohen how I was as a child. And she would tell you, I didn't think you was going to make it, because I was a hot mess. I'm going to tell you what the Lord loves. The truth. And I was a mess. She was like, I didn't think you was going to make it. But I can look back over my life now. And am I perfect now? No. And you might even hear something about me right now and be like, dang, well, Regan, I thought. And she loved the Lord. And I'm still a work in progress. We all are. And all I can say is I'm sorry. I know one thing I used to say to my mom all the time, and she used to hate it. I would say, Mama, you the closest thing to perfect I've ever seen in my life. My husband actually says that about me. And my mother-in-law. Go figure. But she said, don't say that, because once I let you down, I'm going to be the worst person in the world. And I'm telling you, that is the truth. That's the truth. Oh my gosh, it's the truth. I don't even know why I said that. I got off target with that. But something about qualifying. God qualified me. And I'm still a mess. Like, I'm not the mess that I was, but I still got a lot of stuff I'm working on. Like, yeah, if y'all could just peek inside my story. Right before I got on this video, I was talking to a young lady about some things that are going on in my life that have been going on for a few years. I don't necessarily share them on here, but I share them in private. If it's going to help somebody, if it's going to encourage somebody, I'm all for it. Because my life is for somebody else. It just is. And I have a lot of stuff to sort out. I still do. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, none. But I'm just rambling now. But I wanted to encourage you this morning to make sure that you're not being scared to walk in your calling. Yeah, it seems like it's a lot, and it is. But I'm going to tell you, once you figure out what you're supposed to do and do it, it's nothing like it. Like, I love what I do. It is a lot of work. I mean, I'm not going to front. It's a lot. Like, I look at my stuff now, I'm like, Jesus, I have so much work to do. Like, now I'm sitting up here thinking, like, I need like several work days off from my job so I can just go work. But I'm going to have to figure out some kind of schedule to like work like an hour to, but you know, everybody has time. And I posted that earlier today. Everybody has time, can make time for what they want to make time for. Just like they can find money for what they want to pay for. They can make time. It just depends on, you know, where you're at or where whatever is on the priority list. So nobody can ever, like, I try to tell my mentor, I don't have time. And he was like, do you want my schedule? And I was like, you can make time for it. Like, he wrote down all my stuff and I was like, well, I guess I can't say nothing. You got time. You have time for what you want to make time for, bottom line. And you don't need a lot of money to do what you want to do. Let me tell this one last story. And this kind of ties into, I feel like somebody's watching. I'm going to wrap it up. I received a phone call a few weeks ago from a young lady that I went to high school with. Now, mind you, we were not like really close in high school. She was older. We just kind of knew each other in passing. Hey, how you doing? And keep it pushing. Well, sometimes she tells me that she pops on my videos and she follows me regularly. And she was calling to get in contact with me because she had a cousin that lives in New York, which is irrelevant, but I just had to throw that out there. That she wanted to contact me for some different reasons and kind of pick my brain about my business. And I actually posted about this before, but we were on the phone for over 3 hours. Like, I've never had a business conversation for 3 hours. Never, ever, never. And we were sharing, and she was telling me some things. I was telling her some things, which it was both very beneficial for both of us. But I said that to say, if I was not coming on here and doing my videos, if I was not posting and doing different things for my business, I would have never received the phone call. You know, you're going to always know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, or somebody that's watching you that knows somebody that's going to be able to connect you to who you need to be connected to. And then you say, you know, Lord, I need a blessing. I need to know somebody. Well, here it is. This person lives in, the person who contacted me, is she in Baltimore or Georgia? She's somewhere. I think she's, I don't know, Baltimore, Georgia. I don't know. And the cousin's in New York. Mind you, I have not seen this girl since 94, 95. We're in 2018. But if I wasn't doing these videos, if I wasn't posting and I hadn't started my business, and not to say that my business is booming, but I know there are people that are called to me. I know it is. And I know I'm still growing. Like, I have a lot of stuff to do, a whole lot of stuff to do. But while I'm working on that, I'm doing what I can do now. And I'm not stopping. And I'm still growing. So I just want to encourage you today, get started. You know, if you need help, I'm here to help. Some stuff I'm going to offer for free, but since I'm a coach now, you're going to have to run me a Cash App, sis. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I have bills to pay. I've got a baby to feed. I got a family. You know, hey, it's my time. But anyway, I just wanted to be encouragement. This shirt, honey, won't stay right. But I just thank you guys this morning for joining me. And if you have any questions, let me know. I recently just posted how to start your online t-shirt business. And that started yesterday, but that's an ongoing thing. What that is I'm going to show you 2 different platforms of where you can make your t-shirts, make mugs, make a little bit of everything. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff. Baby shirts, onesies, lamps, lampshades, lip gloss, like journals, all that kind of stuff. I give you 2 different platforms to be able to do that. And I also give you other things where you can get your designs from, how you can design. That class is $27. And I will post the link under this video. But I'm not going to say if not, I will post the link under this video so you're able to obtain that information. So we've released that. Check me out on allthingsregan.com. Is the website updated? But I'm going to get to it. I'm kind of free this weekend. We'll get it done. Just bear with me. Keep your eyes on me. Just keep your eyes on me. You guys have a blessed day. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. You can inbox me. Check me out on All Things Regan on Facebook, Instagram, or just my regular page. It's open for everybody to see. You guys have a blessed rest of the week. Bye.